Hey everybody, I'm Armin. I'm a realtor here in Salmon Arm and I work with HomeLife Salmon Arm Realty. My wife Candace and I usually make videos about what it's like to live here in the Shuswap, but I thought this week I could make a video about the market and we're going to look at the last 5 years and we're going to talk about the effect that COVID and the rise of interest rates has had on the market. If you are considering relocating here, make sure you reach out to us. We also put out videos every other Wednesday, so make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. If you do find this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button. It helps us out greatly. Okay, so let's get into the video. Let's talk about what the market in the shoe shop has been like.
So like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about the market in Salmon Arm and the Shuswap area, and we're going to look at the last 5 years to really get a look at all of the effects that mortgage rates and COVID have had on the market and get a better understanding of where we are right now. Now, all of the data that you will see here and all of the charts, it's all manually pulled. It's not what the real estate board gives out. And that is because the data that the real estate board gives out for our area includes Revelstoke. And we feel like that doesn't really represent the Shuswap area. So the areas that we use in our presentations are going to be Salmon Arm, Sorrento, Blind Bay, Eagle Bay, Sycamoose, Salmon Valley, Tappan, and North Shuswap. Alright, so all of the data that you see on this chart we've pulled manually, and these are the prices of freehold single-family detached homes over the last 5 years. And these do not include leasehold land, and they don't include apartments and townhomes. The blue line that you see is the prices for median sale prices, and the green line is average. And if you don't know what the difference between median and average is, imagine you have five numbers, 3, 4, 7, 9, and 20. The average price for these five would be 8.6. The median is going to be your middle value, the value that splits your group into higher and lower values. And the reason that we use the median value instead of average is because every once in a while there is a home that sells for over 2 or 3 million, and that can really skew your average prices. But as you can see, they kind of follow a similar trend. It's just the average prices are a little bit higher for that reason. So looking at this graph, starting in 2018, we can see that the average median price for 2018 was around $432,000. And going into 2019, the values rose about 6%, which is typical, as you would expect property values to rise over time. Now, as we start to approach 2019 and 2020, these gains start to become a lot more significant, and that's because we had a lot of people relocate here from larger cities because they could work from home and they could have a lower cost of living. And as we go into 2022, you can really see the downward trend that the interest rates hikes have had on the market. And you can really follow it along, and you can kind of see that prices have come down 15 to 20%. Now, this will still show that the average median price for 2022 was still higher than 2021. But if we look at this graph, you can see that the peak price was around February of last year, and you can compare it to February prices for this year. It's come down about $160,000, about 15-20%. And what's also interesting is if you look at the average and median days for homes that have been on the market, is you can see that they used to be normal for houses to sit on the market 100 days, especially in the winter here. Winter months were really slow, and summer is when things would start to pick up. But as we go into 2021 and 2022, you can see that we had some of the shortest days for houses to sit on the market, and that kind of goes in hand with the prices being higher in those months. Everything was selling so much faster. And then you can see the effect of interest rate hikes as stuff started to sit on the market longer. And in December 2022, we can see that it was almost twice as much as February 2021. And again, in this graph, it was normal for houses to sell under asking, and this was the average sold price compared to asking price over the last 5 years. And you can see that it was around 3%, and then as we went into COVID, things really started to go above asking price or close to 0%. And then again, they fell down and it was almost 5% in the summer here. And that is partly because people were still pricing their homes based on COVID years and they hadn't adjusted to the market post interest rates, and nobody was buying their house. All right, so as far as predictions go for summer 2023, I believe that there's going to be a decrease in inventory. Now, obviously, there's going to be more inventory compared to right now, just because we usually do have more inventory in the summer compared to winter, but it is going to be a decrease compared to previous years. And the second one is that there is going to be an increase in demand. We had a lot of buyers last summer who didn't want to buy because they wanted to see the effect that interest rates would have on the market. And all of those buyers are still looking, and they are looking to buy this year. And so this brings me to talking about the basic law of supply and demand. And if you are familiar with that, if your supply is low and your demand is high, guess what happens? Prices go up, right? And I've talked to other agents, and almost every other agent I've talked to is in the exact same boat, and they all feel like the prices are going to go up just because there's nothing on the market, and the people that they've been working with, they've all been waiting to buy this year.
We hope you found this video helpful. If you are considering buying or selling in the Shuswap, make sure you reach out to us. All of our contact information is in the description box below. We would be more than happy to help you. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.